Well, morning, Mark. I guess you'll be looking at reproducing more of what you saw in the first half tomorrow night against Bolton.
Yeah, certainly. We probably come away from the game disappointed not to have taken the chances we created in the first half and capitalised on them more than we did. Just getting the one goal. So we want to take, like all the time, we want to take the positives into the next game on how we're playing. We want to look at and address where we feel we can get better. We do that every game, so that process doesn't change. It's always the same. And then we've got a quick turnaround now, looking ahead to Bolton, which we know is going to be an extremely difficult game, but one game we're looking forward to.
Aside from the obvious, what do you think was the issue of Saturday? We mentioned, didn't we, after the game that it felt a little bit like there was tiredness and there was some times not resetting into your pattern. What did you put it down to?
Well, I think it's just a little bit of composure and with our final action. We got into some great positions, particularly in the first half. Even in the second half, we had a great chance. And it was once we get into these situations, it's having that little bit of composure and showing our quality more often than not. And I think if we'd have done that, then we would have got that second goal, which would have made the game a lot more easy. But I just felt we kept Oxford in the game. We give them kind of hope going in at half time, just 1-0 down. It kept them in the game and it gave them that chance to get back into it. So listen, we know where we can improve. We know that as a group. We know that as individuals, and we reaffirm that with the players all the time, and we work together to try and improve these moments, and that's what we'll do. We'll work together to get better at these things, and hopefully we can take it into the game tomorrow.
Is it sometimes as simple as just getting them all together and saying, look, just calm down sometimes, just relax on the ball and continue to play your game when the situations get like that?
Well, I've got full belief in all the players. We have the full belief in all the players, and I hope they feel that. I think they do. Listen, these things happen on a pitch sometimes. Chances are missed and we don't capitalise. It's important. I always say in the moments where we have to be strong, we have to stay strong. We need to have that defensive mentality as a team. But when we go forward, it's just not on certain people that we miss chances. I think we're creating more chances now as a team and getting into more threatening areas with the way we set up. So it's just for us to stay calm and stay positive and stay composed once these situations arise again.
I suppose one of the signs of the changes that you've made is that in previous games that may have been one on Saturday that you could have lost, but you've actually got a point and we're walking away with it slightly disappointed with that point as well.
Yeah, I think it's important. If you can't win games, you don't lose, certainly. And we have to have that mentality. I felt the game was there to be won on Saturday, and that's where I think our frustrations come and our disappointments come. But ultimately, towards the end of the game, Oxford put us under pressure, and we had to stand strong. We had to defend our goal, and we did that well, and came away with a point. So, listen, we could be looking back on that being an important point. Rather than 2 points dropped. So we've got to take the positives, but now we've got an exciting game against Bolton, which we're looking forward to. We know what challenges they're going to bring. They had a great result at the weekend. They were a strong team, they were an aggressive team. They play a certain style of football, which is exciting to see. So it's important we're ready for that as a team and as individuals, and we'll certainly be ready for the challenge.
And these are the sorts of environments that you want to play in, aren't they? Big stadiums and big crowds against teams that are gunning for positive things this season.
Yeah, and that's all we're looking for. Like I said a few weeks back, it's about focusing on each individual game and what that poses to us as a team and how we can exploit things and what we need to be mindful of. And again, not dwelling on the past too much and not looking too far ahead. It's about Bolton now. We're going to have a little catch up on the Oxford game today. But once we get to the hotel, all our focus will be on preparing the players. And once we get on the training pitch today, it'll be preparing the players for how we're going to recover and how we're going to deal with Bolton's game plan.
And as much as focus is going to be on tomorrow night's game, I will ask you about the next week because it is a mighty run of fixtures that you've got. But you've got to play these teams at some point, and the fact that they're all coming at once, I suppose, just adds to the mix.
Yeah, and we'll be ready for that. It's like I said, we look forward to playing. That's a good thing. All players look forward to playing. You know, there's a training element to it as well. But you ask any player, and it's a match day experience, and it's that competing out there on the pitch against another team. That's what they thrive for every day, and same as managers and coaches for us. That's what we want to do. So when you're talking about the teams who are coming up, how the potentially the so-called bigger teams in the league, with a lot of experience at higher levels, of course, it's exciting for us. It's exciting for me as a head coach. It's exciting for us as a staff to pit our wits against these kinds of teams, and it should be the same for the players. I'm sure they'll be looking forward to it.
What do you expect from Bolton then? As you mentioned, a big win at the weekend away from home as well.
Yeah, I mean, listen, they score goals. They were a powerful team. They play a certain style of football as well, the front foot. So we're going to have to be on our game as to how we deal with that. But again, I feel in our team we have certain elements of our play, and we've got the quality in there what can also cause them problems, and that's what we'll be trying to do. I spoke when we went to Bristol Rovers, and I spoke about the discipline of the team, and I think we're going to have to be disciplined there. When we go to Bolton tomorrow night, we're going to have to be disciplined in certain moments of the game. But again, I want to give the players that freedom. Then, when we have the ball, is to show what we can do, and look to be, progressive and forward thinking, and certainly be an attacking threat to Bolton as well. So yeah, I expect us to be really, really disciplined, but then show what we can do with the ball.
Now, as I understand it, we're about to speak to Sully Kai about everything that's changed since he's come into MK Dons. How have you found his performances so far? And obviously, his goal at the weekend was a pretty decent one.
Yeah, I've been really pleased with Sully. He's come in. He's kind of hit the ground running as well. He's a really, really good learner. He's a player who wants to listen and get better. So he's embraced everything we've tried to say and do as an individual with him, but also collectively within the team. He works really, really hard for the team, and you obviously see the attacking threat he poses as well. I thought his goal on Saturday was great. How he cut in, we know he can do that. But not only that, I think, just thinking of one example, the goal where he cut inside and bent it in, but also then when he went on the outside and put the ball across, where again we should have probably had a tap in at the far stick. So he's a player who poses real attacking threat, but he's a really, really disciplined player who works for the team as well.
And he draws a lot of fouls, and he gets kicked and booted and all that sort of stuff. We've seen him quite physically robust in the last few weeks, haven't we? And are you slightly surprised by the fact that he's not played an awful lot of football recently, but he's come in and he's proven to be pretty hardy?
Yeah, I think he's played a decent amount, so he's come in and he's got that. He's kind of hit the ground running from that respect. We've got two players there in Sully and Jonathan as well, and probably Jonathan's played a little bit less. So again, Jonathan's still finding that rhythm and how he plays, but Sully's in the same boat. But I would say probably just ahead a little bit as regards to the football he's been exposed to this season. But again, a real threat going forward, as with Jonathan, as we've seen as well, real threat. And going into the game against Bolton, like I said, we will have to be disciplined, and we have our unit and our team disciplined there out of possession. But we have the capabilities and the kind of firepower to cause them problems as well.